Welcome to
Everyday Macaroni.
I'm Joy Alfred Brand.
And I'm Juliet Connell, and we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
and prepare to have your funny bone tickled.
Was on sale for $90. So I was like, oh,
Guess I'm gonna have to get that
what I'm getting. But in true, Birkenstock style, especially when you get the leather ones, they're hard leather. And this one has a massive buckle right there. So they don't bend as much because the buckle's there. So I have a permanent black and blue on the very top of my foot.
Oh, is it on top of Frankentoe?
No. Frankentoe is almost gone.
Ooh, Frankentoe's almost sandal season.
I know. I think I have about a third of my nail gone. Left.
Here, wait.
Okay, for real.
What? What? What's the matter? Don't you can take a makeup break if you want. If you want to put on.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Our viewers know. I'm all natural.
Hey, you know what? I might not be as colorful or whatever, but I'm just saying. All right, you got the navy blue.
Yeah, but that's why I'm wearing socks, because I'm trying to break
sandals.
them. I know. I'm trying to break them in. So I'm looking like an over 65 older man. Right.
He look like a man.
He look like a man.
Okay, welcome back to Everyday Macaroni, the podcast. All right, I think it's been a while since we've kind of explained what's going on here, right? Because I don't know.
I almost feel like every other week we're explaining where we're at.
Maybe. But if you haven't listened to the podcast before, we started out the podcast based on the recordings we have from our Monday night family dinners where we all get together, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, things have evolved since then. If you don't know what's going on, Al had a massive heart attack in February right after Lita had a fracture in her back in one of her vertebrae. So it's been a wild ride since mid-February. Things have calmed down significantly.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean this stuff still isn't going on.
Right. Yeah. And that heart attack caused them to do a cardiac cath, and that cath ruined my dad's kidneys. I mean, they were already bad, but so this was the last straw kind of thing.
The dying gasp of the kidneys, yeah.
So now that put him into kidney dialysis.
Right.
So now we're recovering from a heart attack and have 3 days a week kidney dialysis for about 4 hours a day. So that's our new normal.
Yeah.
And my mom is finally recovering from the fractured vertebra. And I think what did they call it? It's not a fracture like she broke it, but it's
a compression fracture.
Right. A stress or compression fracture.
Yeah.
So they put some kind of cement thing in there to keep it whole. And it looks like that has healed wonderfully, but she's riddled with arthritis. So
got a lot going on there. Ron and I are on the second floor.
Yep.
I wave goodbye to my house every time I pass by and see it. Anyway, we're trying to figure out that new normal and figure all that stuff out. So Al's been home for 3 weeks now.
Yeah, I guess so.
3 weeks?
Yeah, this will be the end of the third week. Yeah.
What we're doing is our podcast format has changed a little bit because, well, it just had to. And so we're on location in Juliet's bonus room with the 2 dogs. So if you hear the dogs,
I know,
they might have something important to say.
That's right. It's their contribution to the podcast.
Which, in some ways, they're the smartest people in the room. I'm just saying. But, it is what it is. Yeah. So we do have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
First of all, the podcast format is not the only thing that has changed recently. Because our whole lives have kind of been upended by this situation. And Ron and I were living on the second floor. I have been making the dinners. Well, no, the last couple of Monday night dinners, I did make last Monday.
Did you?
I did make this Monday. I made the pork roast.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Pork roast.
So one of the things we normally talk about is the food because, sometimes the food is just entertaining in and of itself. And
But she doesn't want to cut off her own foot. So, moving on from there.
No. I do think we should talk about the food because I am cooking in a kitchen that I don't really know, and they've got those weird
Excuses. You know,
She's right.
dinner is, I don't want to say it's markedly better, because what's happening is that we now have to cook with no seasoning, no salt at all. And I think Ron is even afraid to put salt at the table so that the rest of us who don't have salt and sugar issues can suffer.
Right.
Because there's nothing to put on it at all. It's like a piece of steak. Oh, yeah. It's just steak out of the wrapper, thrown onto the grill, and then thrown onto your plate. And if you're looking for just a tiny hint of salt or seasoning, it's no longer there. It's at my house.
That's true. Except I have hidden a bag of salt in the kitchen.
Yeah.
If you want to know where that's at, I will tell you. So there is a little bag that if you want to, use.
Right.
But I would venture a guess to say before this whole situation happened and your dad was still making the dinners, the food was bad for a different reason.
Right.
Now it's bad because A, we can't use any salt, and B, I'm cooking it and I'm not great at cooking in that kitchen. They got that weird stovetop, that weird Bosch stovetop, and that oven.
Oh, yeah.
That weird. They have Bosch appliances, and we're looking for sponsors if you Bosch want to jump on.
Maybe not now that you said that all your stuff is coming out bad.
But no, I don't think it's because of the appliances necessarily. I think it's because I don't know how to use them. They're like a convection oven in that ceramic cooktop or whatever.
Yeah.
So
now you guys are big into using that probe.
No. Okay.
The thermometer, which we never ever use unless it's something massive. Like if it's a massive pork roast, I see Ken using it, or
You're
a
talking
turkey.
about that plug that plugs into the oven? No.
Yeah.
We only used it that one time and it doesn't work all that well. Ron's like, oh, go ahead and try it. You should be able to plug it into the oven and then insert it in the
meat or whatever, yeah.
And you can set the temperature that you want it to cook to and then the timer and all that kind of stuff. No, it didn't work because I had it plugged into the pork roast and it would look like it was climbing like it was supposed to. And then all of a sudden I go and check and it hadn't been touched and it was back down to 145 or whatever. It had climbed up to 155 and then back down. So I don't think it works all that well. And then the roast came out and it was like super well done, which of course your mother loved. Anyway, the food, I'm sad to say,
continues to be
subpar at best. Except now it's kind of like an updated version of nursing home food. Really.
I don't know if it's that bad. I really don't.
It's pretty bad. You only eat there one day a week.
Right.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's not good. But it is what it is. I mean, it has to be that way because your dad, he just can't have the salt. Now, I will say this. When no one is looking, he's eating whatever he wants. Because they have, in classic old people fashion, they have two...
food in reserve.
Right. Exactly. 2 refrigerators. So they have the refrigerator in the kitchen, and then they also have one...
in the garage.
On that platform that he had built, which actually has turned out to work okay.
Yeah, that works.
Except the chair broke not too long ago. That was a nightmare. Wow. Okay.
I like to call it the electric chair. Yeah. It's a chair lift, people. Chair lift.
The electric chair. Who's gonna get it right on that next? But so there's a refrigerator on that platform in the garage because otherwise it's like a story and a half garage, right?
Right.
And then there's a refrigerator in the kitchen. Well, both freezers, your dad had packed full of stuff.
Right.
Like pizza rolls and frozen pizzas and escargot and, I don't know, prepackaged like broccoli cheese things and these lean cuisine dinners, stuff with all kinds of extra salt, right? And so slowly they've been disappearing. Now, some of it I have removed. Some of it was expired, which that's the other thing. Let's play how old is this item, right? So far, the oldest thing I found is a pack of Baker's chocolate from 2014. I put a picture on our Instagram page. So far, that's the oldest thing I found. And I challenge you, listener, to go out into, if you've got elderly parents, and if you're not listening to this podcast, you have elderly parents, you should be. Go out and check your elderly parents' medicine cabinets, refrigerators, pantries, places where they store things, and see who's got the oldest thing. And you can put hashtag Everyday Macaroni and put it on our Instagram. And I don't know, maybe we'll send you a shout out or something. I don't know. But we should be playing that game because I have found some old stuff in there. But so far, the oldest thing I found recently was 2014.
Holy cow.
Yes. It's not good. But you really have to check the expiration date of everything you're putting in your mouth or whatever.
Which is funny because they have that pantry of vitamins, you know, and I wonder, they must have bought vitamins in bulk.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
It looks like the shelf of a pharmacy, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
And all the vitamin C's are there. They're all they were in like alphabetical order at one point. So all the vitamin C's were together, and there was probably about 10 vitamin C's, and then there's the B12s, and then there's the how do you say that?
Boswellia extract.
Boswellia, right?
And they put their medicines on the door.
Right. Yeah, on these little racks. So it says Lita, and then the other one says Al, and that little rack is all of his medicines for the day, and then the other one is hers.
And hers are the ones on the bottom, so she can reach them.
Oh my
because
goodness.
she's short. But it is astounding how many vitamins are in there. And you know the expiration date. Those things don't last forever.
Right.
So anyway, we got to get in there at some point and clean that out. So the food has not gotten substantially better. It's actually stayed about the same.
Yep.
Maybe gotten a little bit worse because now it has absolutely no flavor and it's overdone. Because they still want overcooked things. They want things cooked really well done.
Yeah.
And your dad... He said to me the other day, he comes in on Friday. He comes in from dialysis, and this was like last week. And he goes, "What you got today? Pizza?" And I said, "I got fish." And he goes, "Oh, I got fish for you." And he goes, "Oh, anything else?" I said, "Well, I've got some vegetables and some rice." And he goes, "Rice? Okay, that's okay." Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
it's just hysterical to me, all of the ailments that he has. And he can still be like, "Nah, I don't like that. Hey, Dad, you have to take that Ensure because you need extra protein." Because he was a man of 220 pounds at least, right?
And now he is...
Now he's like 140. Right?
He weighs only a couple of pounds more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's less than I am, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, "Dad, you got to keep up your protein, you know, so you can build up some muscle." And... he doesn't. I don't like peanut butter. Peanut butter. That's how he says it. I don't like the peanut butter. And fish or salmon. Oh, some of my favorite. I'm like, okay. There's something else. The Ensure he doesn't like taking.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm like, it's like fighting a kid.
Yeah.
Like if I don't like onions, but if that was what they told me I had to eat because of my health, then I'd choke them down, you know, and just eat them.
Wait, we have an interloper here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, when your back is turned, he is rooting around and finding things to eat in there and eating them. Like I know he ate one of those lean cuisines. And your mother comes to me and says, you know, he had one of those TV dinners for lunch today. She calls them a TV dinner, but they're lean cuisines. And you put them in the microwave, you know? You know. And she's very conspiratorial about it, you know? Telling on him. He ate one. I said to Aldo, I said, "I know. You should not be eating that." And the other day, it's kind of entertaining to see the two of them.
I'm surprised Ron hasn't put like with Sharpie, "Al, do not eat," or something like that, you know?
Well, Ron says, "This weekend, we're getting rid of all that stuff." And I was like, okay, I'll let you do that. But I was looking in the freezer to find the shrimp that I was going to make for dinner, right? Because I'm making a lot of proteins.
Right.
And so I opened the freezer in the refrigerator, and a frozen pizza had miraculously walked its way in from the garage freezer to the kitchen freezer. And I know what happened because I'm now starting to see his patterns and routines because I'm, you know, watching from the cliff.
Right.
From what's that prison in Hogwarts? No, the prison in
Azkaban.
Yeah, Azkaban or whatever. Yeah, that's what it's like, right? And I'm not going to say your mother's a Death Eater, but she's definitely like, the Moat Dragon, right? So here I am watching from Azkaban, right? Up on the cliff. And I can hear him. A couple entertaining things happen. The first entertaining thing is I know that he's now waiting, which in a way I'm kind of happy about this because this means he's feeling better. At first, when he came home, he was so fragile. I was really, really worried. But this means he's perking up and feeling better.
Right.
He's waiting until everybody's gone. Everybody disperses. And then that's when at night, for example, before he goes to bed, he'll go make himself something. Or he'll wait until Tuesday or Thursday when he doesn't have dialysis and we're all out of the house. And he'll go make himself that pizza for lunch. And so here's the pizza in the freezer. And I said to Ron, did you bring this in? And Ron goes, no. And you could see immediately we're both like, oh. And so Ron goes, Dad, you can't eat that. And your dad's like, why not? There's nothing wrong with it. And Ron goes, look at all the sodium that's in it. And your dad's like, oh, come on. It's not a big deal. I know what I can eat. But the problem is, of course, he eats that and then he starts to retain fluid. And then he gets the blisters on his legs and feet, and that's not good. They could get infected, and then one thing leads to another, and it's not good.
Right.
But part of me is like, well, he wants some quality of life here and something he can control.
Right.
He wants something that tastes good. And also, I think his taste buds are dead. I don't know that he can taste everything. He gets texture from when he's eating something, but I'm not 100% sure he gets taste or flavor.
Yeah.
Unless it's a really strong one.
Yeah.
The peanut butter is... We have a clip of that somewhere, but I did not cue that one up for today. But I'll try to slot it in.
I know, no peanut butter. That's how he says it too. I'm just like, okay.
Well, here's the little clip of him eating a pretzel with peanut butter in it. That's like what? Peanut butter, I think.
Yeah, it's peanut butter inside.
Yeah, peanut butter pretzel nugget.
That's why I thought he would love it.
Oh, is that why you gave him one of these?
I didn't know there was peanut butter inside.
He already made you eat the peanut butter. We're still not liking peanut butter, right? You don't like peanut butter? No.
Why?
But cheese crackers, maybe. I love peanut
No,
butter.
you don't like peanut butter at all, right?
You don't like peanut butter with apples? I love peanut butter.
He likes it in his soup.
I eat the peanut butter, pero once in a blue moon.
I cut up apples and put them in there.
But you don't like it generally, right?
No.
Okay. Or salmon. Yeah. Okay, so I won't make any peanut butter salmon.
I like peanut butter.
So yeah, he's not a big fan of peanut butter. He doesn't really like salmon. There's a lot of things that he doesn't like. And so, yeah, it's a constant struggle trying to get the food situation worked out.
I know.
But it is entertaining to see the two of them in the house together now. Because first of all, they're both walking with walkers. Well, on and off. Not always, right?
Right.
But for a while, when they were first back together in the house, they were walking with walkers, and it was like Walker Indy 500 in there.
Yeah, I know. Ron sent a picture of them doing laps in the house with their walkers. One's red, one's blue. And it reminded me of, do you remember those Matchbox cars where you'd put them on the track and then you'd hit the button and they're all like, zzz, zzz, going around and around. And that's all I could think of is like, all right, I'm the red car. I'm the blue car.
Yeah, except
my money is on.
Oh, well, I don't. My money, I guess, would be mostly on your mother for now, but your dad is actually gaining ground. He's moving pretty fast. Once he gets up, he can move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, but neither one of them move as fast as the Matchbox cars.
Right.
But anyway, it's pretty entertaining to see them. And so, sometimes your dad will have to get to the bathroom quickly, right? And so once or twice, your mother has been in his way. And one time it was...
Right turn, Clyde.
That's right. One time he was beating a path to the bathroom as the dialysis bus was coming to pick him up to go to dialysis. Because, we put him on a bus that the county provides every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to go to dialysis. Well, here we're waiting on the dialysis bus, and your dad, he's got to go to the bathroom.
Right.
And so he's like, I got to go. And he gets up and he's heading, right? And your mother's like, I am though, but the bus is coming. And he goes, so what? He's like, move, get out of my way, move. So that was pretty entertaining. And he has definitely had a bit of enough of your mother lately. There's been a couple times where he's been like, yeah, I'm done with you pretty much. And one time we were having dinner.
Business as usual then, is that it?
Oh, I don't know if this is business as usual. You can tell me. One time we were sitting in the kitchen, we were having dinner, and they sit facing each other at the island, right? And Ron and I will sit at the little table and we'll eat.
Right.
And so we're sitting there, and your dad's eating, and he gets a little on his lips, right? And your mother says, I think I might have wiped off my lipstick there. Your mother says, "Ay, Aldo, you got something on your lips. Wipe your lips, clean your mouth." And he just sat there and was eating, right? He was doing whatever and not getting to it fast enough. And she goes, "Aldo, come on. I have to look at you. Clean your mouth." And he just sat there and looked at her. He had a fork in one hand, and he just gave her the death stare, right? Like, and Ron was laughing. Ron thought it was hysterical. I was like, wow, I've never seen that before. And then one other time, they were having dueling walkers, right? And your mother was like, "You're going too fast. Ay, Aldo, be careful. You slow down. You're going to fall. You're going to hurt yourself." And he goes, "Shut up." So, yeah, he's getting to the point where he's just like, yeah, you just stay over there and stop with yourself. So he is feeling himself, though.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Because now he wants to walk down the driveway to the bus himself. And yeah.
He is. He's like that kid that gets to be like a year and a half old, and he's like, "Enough. These are my toys, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Leave me alone. Me do.
I do myself. I'll do it myself. Yeah. It is very much like kids. Very much like kids.
And then you got to sit there, and you're like, okay, me do means I got to stand here on high alert. Just in case, because this is not going to go well.
You are definitely going to try to put your hand on the stove.
For sure.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been a lot of watching that whole thing play out. And this is an ongoing journey, and it's unfolding. And I haven't been taking pictures of the food or anything like that because who's got the time? I just haven't been able to do it. Between having to get them on the bus and do this and do that, also trying to paint and get things organized upstairs, that's a lot. And also doing things like cutting your mother's toenails. So, yeah, this happened the other day.
I'm surprised she doesn't want to. She did ask me to take her to get her hair cut when I get my hair cut because we go to the same person. But I'm surprised she's not wanting to go get her nails done because she normally goes to have them done.
Well, first of all, she had those 3 broken toes on her right foot.
Right.
They have likely healed by now. The bruising is all gone.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor said because of the osteogenesis imperfecta, it would take a long time for them to heal. And so she kept asking me to cut them, and I said no. She needs to go to a podiatrist because have you seen those toes and those toenails? Those toenails are bad. Her pinky toe on her right foot grows like a folded piece of paper, like it's folded in half.
Yeah.
So she has been going to the podiatrist to cut the toenails.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, both of them. They've been, your dad and your mother have been going. Now your dad goes because he's diabetic and circulation in the feet is an issue, right?
Yeah.
But your mother goes because she's got toenails like the pterodactyl. And so I have a clip of me cutting her toenails. Okay? Let me do a little background before I play the clip. So a couple of weeks ago, she says to me, "Joy, please, after I get out of the shower and my toenails are wet, will you please cut my toenails? Please. And I say to her, I really don't feel comfortable cutting your toenails because, first of all, she had the broken toes on that foot because that's the foot she wants the toenails cut on, right? Please cut my toenails, please." She's begging me, right? So I'm like, oh, man. All right, well, while they're nice and wet and they're pliable, right, I guess I'll go ahead and try to cut them. And so she gets out of the shower, naked again as usual. I tell her, you got to put your clothes on. I'm not getting down to toe level with you not wearing pants. I'm just not doing it. You got to put some pants on. She has no problem, like naked, you know? Oh, come on. Well, now she is taking showers by herself, though, so that's good. Finally. Okay, she gets out of the shower. She puts her pants on, so I get her in the bedroom. I sit in the chair. She sits on the bed. By the way, that chair, that upholstered chair in her bedroom, she's been sitting on it without any pants on a lot. Just so you know. So that might need to be fumigated at some point. I don't know. Anyway, she tells me, come and cut my toenails. And she goes, "Don't cut my meat. Don't cut my meat." Which was very funny. So then I'm thinking to myself, oh, I should be recording this. And I say, okay, go sit on the bed. And while you sit on the bed, I go get my phone so I can record it. So here's the clip of your mother and me when I'm cutting her toenails.
Oh my God, I'm walking like a Donald Duck.
Well, at least you're walking.
At least
You are a problem, buddy.
No.
You need to stay here. Oh, I'm talking to the dog. You don't need to be under the feet when I'm trying to cut your nails. Let me just put them right there for a little while.
Yeah.
All right. That stupid
Oh,
dog.
you know what? Can we put it
No,
up here?
no.
Oh, you're gonna sit.
Right there.
And you're gonna be able to get up?
Yes, I can.
No, that's my problem. That is why I'm saying, start cutting little. He's alive. The doctor is Dr.
Okay.
And he's not gentle like you are.
Well, I think what we should do is take you to the vet.
To the vet?
Sure.
I'm not a dog.
Use a Dremel tool.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know. I think
What is wrong with you?
these are some wild toenails you got.
Oh, naturally.
This one is like.
Ah,
Am I hurting you?
no, but it's just that I'm so afraid that you're going to cut my toe.
Don't cut my meat. No, it's okay. It's right here. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna blindfold you like they do like a horse or something, so you can't see. Wow, these are some wild toenails.
I know.
Wow.
I told you. I have never seen anything like it.
I just cut a little. Did I hurt you?
No.
No.
What, you want me to wait for...
Yes.
No.
If you don't need to.
Yeah, I know, but it's your...
What's the matter with you?
Sure.
That one I don't think I'm gonna cut.
Yeah, it's sticking out. Easy, my sweetie. This one, don't you want to cut this corner a little? Oh, easy, boy. Easy.
I'm gonna take you to the doctor and let them do it.
No, what about the nail clippers?
A pedicure? You want a pedicure? Not until those toes heal.
No.
Not until those toes heal.
They're heel. I
No.
think.
Not yet. No. We don't play around with that.
That's when she
Those
still
toes,
had bruising and everything.
That was.
And the big toe, that you want to cut it?
Yeah, I'll cut the big toe too.
Not the toe, just the nail.
Now, what did you say? You weren't saying the toe. You were saying don't cut the.
I was trying to get her to say, don't cut the meat.
Go ahead, do the toe.
Because that's what she was saying. Don't cut my meat.
Don't cut the meat.
Okay, so you know what's happening there. And this is a dilemma I have
Cut
with
it,
her.
Joy. Cut it, but don't cut it.
Right. Exactly.
Cut more, but not a lot.
Don't cut the meat. Yes. And she's like anticipating that I'm going to cut the meat, right? So she goes, oh, and she would jerk her toe a little bit. And I would ask her, did I hurt you? No, but I'm afraid you're going to hurt me and cut too much. But cut it, but don't cut too much, you know. And so I tell her, we got to take you to the podiatrist and let them, because her toenails, they are wild, man. It's a trip. And her toes are mangly too. Like they're mangled.
yeah.
Like I don't know why.
Yeah, probably years of high heels and that
don't
sort
know.
of thing. And
I
little
guess-
by little, your toes, get a little bit smushed.
I guess they kind of did foot binding in Spain. I don't know, because it's bad. Her toes are like bad. But anyway, we cut the toenails, and then that following Monday, we had Monday night family dinner, right? And stop with the licks. I know, buddy. I know. Do you want to be on camera? Do you want to be on camera? Do you want to be? Whoop, there you are. Look. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Look at the camera. Oh, no. He's done. This is a constant entertainment. I don't know how you get anything done. It's constantly entertaining. But then that next Monday, right? So that was on Saturday. Then that following Monday, we have Monday night family dinner, and everybody comes for dinner. Well, the dogs. Then Ron decides he's going to bring up the toenails, right? Because I went upstairs and told him, your mother and her toenails, man, it's a trip. And he goes, let's take them both to the vet or the farrier or whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay. But then he decides we're going to make a joke out of it. And here's the clip from dinner.
Oh,
Well, she lost a lot of weight there.
I'm telling you,
That was like 5 pounds of toenail.
the toenails.
that's probably. Well,
Joy
we
was saying,
were
you know what an
supposed to-
eagle looks like? An eagle.
Yeah.
You know what they call talons? You know what eagle talons are?
No.
They're the toes, because they grab fish.
Oh.
Right? They're like sharp.
I didn't say it.
No, I know he said it.
That's the way your
It's okay.
toes are. You could go into the river and catch fish
I will
With
do
your-
that.
with your feet.
I will do
I
that.
didn't say that. But what I did say was they're like pterodactyl toes.
Hey, what is a pterodactyl? What is a
A
pterodactyl?
pterodactyl. Caitlin, you want to weigh in on this one?
A big dinosaur that could fly.
Oh! Ah! And they see a chicken. And they...
Funny that she said chicken, right? Because aren't they part of the same family?
Anyway, I did think that was funny. Pterodactyl toenails. And in all fairness, Ron, you heard him say, she said you had toes like an eagle. And I was like, oh, no. I didn't say that. He said that.
That's right.
Ha-ha, the tables have turned.
I know.
You know?
Because now she's like, oh, yes, I know.
I know.
That
He would
sounds
say
more
that.
like him.
No, I said something worse.
I know.
Pterodactyl toenails. And let me tell you, they are like pterodactyl toenails.
Did you ever see Jurassic Park where that one, whatever that thing is, blue, he calls it blue? And I don't know, it's some kind of fast moving, and it like with the one toenail. That's all I
That's
keep
like
thinking
her.
of. And I'm like calling in all her other her
All
other
the
people.
other critters. She's like tapping out Morse code with that thing, I'm telling you. Her toenails are something. And the thing about your mother is, the minute you try to do something to help her out, somehow it turns around and smacks you in the face, boy.
Right.
It really does, you know?
Yeah.
And so I cut the toenails. I finally relented. She begged me. Under duress, I cut the toenails, right? Then she comes to me and says, you did not do a very good job cutting my toenails.
She said that.
Yes. I go to sleep last night and I roll over and it's like my toenail grabs the sheet and bring it with me. You did not do a very good job. You need to do it again. You need to fix it. And so I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to do you a favor. Jeez, Joy.
If you only did it right the first time, Joy.
This wouldn't be a problem, right? This would not be a problem. He just licked me practically. I'm like, I'm being attacked. All right, go on. No, not you. You're too big. No. Get out of here.
All right, Gus, stop.
No, then you put your buttocks right in my face. Oh, he licked me right
Gus,
there.
go lay down. Stop.
They want to be on camera. They want to be famous. That's what happens. You can see Ladybug in your camera.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit. Ooh, that hurt. So, all right, go. And with her fish breath.
I know.
Because she's a pescatarian.
That's right.
She only eats fish.
That's it.
Because she's allergic to everything else. Wow, he really packs a punch. So she says, you did not do a very good job. You need to fix it. So I take another pass at the toenails with the clippers, right? And she does the same thing. And jerking her toenail, like anticipating that I'm
Right.
going to cut her.
Yeah.
And so I think up the solution of, let me just have an emery board and I'll try to file them down. Still didn't do a good enough job. According to her, she says. So then she goes and sits on her wheelie chair, that blue thing that Mickey gave her. She sits on that wheelie chair right in front of him and put her foot on his knee and gave him the emery board, and he filed him down.
My dad. I know. They've been like grooming each other forever. She cuts his hair. He used to cut her hair in the back.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
in the back where she couldn't see, he would cut a straight line or whatever it was.
Maybe he can become the household cosmetologist
That's right.
and work on her hair color. But anyway, it's a never-ending entertainment situation over there. And the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No good deed goes unpunished. I try to clip her toenails.
Look how that works out. Oh, you did not do a very good job with my toenails. You need to do it again. You need to fix it. Like, yeah, I'm going to fix you once and for all. All right, I think the natives are getting restless.
I know.
I think we need to... Woo! And they're doing stunts. All right, well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Everyday Macaroni. And, yeah, we got to go corral the dogs.
I know. Sorry, dogs have to go.
Yeah, we do. All right, we'll see you in the next one.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching @Everyday Macaroni or #Everyday Macaroni. And now you can also watch us on YouTube. Just search Everyday Macaroni and our new channel will pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. You can also call us on our macaroni fun phone at 919-729-2043. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Super fun. Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share would be nice too. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of
Every day.